Pêl-droed byw rwan ar S4C rhwng Pen-y-bont a Ffynnon Taf sy'n cynnwys y website Saesneg ar y botwm coch. To access English language commentary during this match, press the red button if you have Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media. And if you have a TiVo or Sky Q box, go into settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems? Please contact our viewers hotline.
Dyna sut I gadw pethau'n lan yn y cefn.
Diolch. Roedden ni dan bwysau.
Pêl-droed gartref gyda Screwfix. Noddwyr pêl-droed ar S4C.
Mae Cwpan Cymru lawr i'r 8 ola ac mae 3 o'r 8 yna o'r cyngreiriau is. Gan gynnwys Ffynnon Taf, yr unig glwb o gyngor y de, ar ôl yn yr hen gystadleuaeth enwog. Maen nhw wedi crwydro o gysgod Castell Coch lawr o'r M4 i Pen-y-bont, i gwrdd â'r clwb sy'n ail yn uwch gyngrair Cymru a nawr yn llygadu Cwpan Cymru hefyd. Croeso mawr ato ni, Pen-y-bont yn gwrdd â Ffynnon Taf, rownd 8 ola, Cwpan Cymru a'r cyfan yn fyw. A'r bnawn gwyntog iawn fan hyn ar S4C i chi. Croeso mawr ato ni, braf cael eich cwmni, pêl-droed. Amser cynno, bnawn di Sadwrn, braf cael cwmni Siôn Meredith hefyd. Siôn di sgorion, rownd yr fynol. Cwpan Cymru. Nawr, Siôn, mae'n hawdd canolbwyntio o'r Ffynnon Taf fan hyn heddi, y clwb o'r gyngrair is yn edrych am sioc, ond o'r tro cynta'r ddau dîm yma fod yn yr 8 ola. Mae'n teimlo fel gêm fawr i'r ddau glwb.
Ydy, mae'n pwyntig o'n teg Dylan, ond mae Pen-y-bont, mae'n fod ti'n gweud yn ail yn y gyngred ar hyn o bryd, yn cael tymor arbennig o dda. Dyn nhw heb colli fan hyn mewn unrhyw gystadleuaeth y tymor hyn. Felly, bydd fach y pwysau ar tîm Rhys Griffiths, ond beth dwi'n gobeithio yw gêm dda, gêm darbi go iawn.
Mae'n teimlo felly. Dewch chi weld beth arall sy'n digwydd pnawn. Mae dyma'r drefn o ran yr 8 ola. Ffynnon Taf fan hyn. Bai Colwyn yn mynd i gei clona. Steve Evans, siolwr newydd Bai Colwyn yn cwrdd â Craig Harrison. O ddau gyda'i gilydd yn y Seintiau Newydd. Bala Aberystwyth wedyn ni a'r Seintiau Newydd. Nhw'r deiliad gyda llaw. Mae werth atgoffa chi o'n ni hefyd. Achos ni wedi cael rownd dyrfynol ers 2019. O sioc yn mynd i fod unrhyw le heddi, Siôn?
Cwestiwn da. Sy'n ni'n goffo mynd gyda un o'n o falle Bai Colwyn, gyda falle ansicrwydd oddi ar y can Cei Conna. To'n gemau caled i'r tîmau llai fel petai yn erbyn cewri yr uwch gyngred.
Byddwch chi'n teimlo tas un o'r reina gatre, byddai'n neud gwahaniaeth mawr. Ond Ffynnon Taf ar ediad bach da, ond fan hyn, Pen-y-bont, chi'n teimlo, maen nhw'n mynd amdani o ran Ewrop. Mae'r ail safle yn y gyngrair, mae yna le yn Ewrop hefyd, yn y cwpan, mae yna rhyw uchelgais yma ar hyn o bryd. So dwi'n credu uchelgais Rhys Griffiths ers iddo fe cymeryd yr arweini fe oedd cyrraedd Ewrop, cael ei dîmau mewn i cystadleuaeth Ewropeaidd. A mae cyfle da da fe, mae fe'n ail yn y gyngrair. Os ydyn ni'n mynd nôl i'r hen dyddiau, falle'r Seintiau Newydd yn codi'r cwpan a'r gyngrair, wedyn mae'r trydydd safle yn y gyngrair yn dod mewn iddi. Felly, digon o opsiynau, ond beth sy'n bwysig yw'r gêm yma heddi iddo dîmau. Mae fe'n sôn am Ewrop, a gawn ni glywed mwy am hynny nawr, achos mae'r ddau reolwr wedi bod yn siarad â Sioned Dafydd.
It's definitely an argument to say it's one of our biggest games, if not our biggest game, but I want our players to feel pressure today. I want them to feel like it's a massive occasion, because if we take it even 5% lighter than we should, we could lose today. So there was a little bit of kidology perhaps in that, but it is a massive game in our history, and because of the nature of the Welsh Cup and the history that it's got, we'd certainly love to get into Europe via the Welsh Cup more than any other way, I think. Extremely excited for the occasion, to be honest. I think there's a good atmosphere at the club, in and around the club, so everyone's buzzing for it, and hopefully, the boys are, from what I've seen so far, really up for it as well. It's the same old cliches, really. They're going to raise their game hugely. It's a massive game for them. There's no pressure on them at all. They've got threats as players like David Lyon, Marcus Jones should be playing in the Welsh Premier in my opinion. There's a few there, so they've definitely got some quality in the side. But I would say it's a cup final for them today. Every game's a cup final for us. That's the mentality in our changing room, and it's really important that we take that approach today as well. We've been underdogs in the last 3 rounds of the competition, also going up north to Buckley, which was an experience for all of us. Very tough side, and the boys produced the goods. I expect another mountain to climb today, another challenge for us, but the boys are looking forward to it, and I think we can give it a right good go.
Ffynnon Taf yn mwynhau'r profiad, a pam lai, maen nhw wedi mwynhau yn y cwpan, a maen nhw wedi ennill oddi cartre. Yn sôn am bwcle fan yna, yn y rownd diwetha, Siôn, gan i weld y goliau hon, a maen nhw hefyd wedi ennill yn y Fenni, ennill yn Goetre United, ennill gartre yn ebyn Llanelltid Fawr, y clwb ar frig pethau yn y de, ond Marcus Jones a Jack Fox yn cael y goliau yn bwcle. Felly, tiad, maen nhw'n gwybod beth maen nhw'n neud?
Ie, dwi ddim, fel ti'n gweud, dwi ddim wedi bod yn rhediad hawdd i'r clwb i cyrraedd yr 8 ola. A'n wedig lan yn y bwcle, lle maen nhw'n eitha uchel yn y gyngred hefyd. Felly, maen nhw'n llawn heiddi bod yma, a gobeithio nhw'n mwynhau'r achrysur.
Ie, dywch chi weld lle maen nhw o ran y tabl. Nes i roi gyd destyn bach i chi, maen nhw'n gyfforddus yn y tabl, seithfed yn gyngrair y de. Ond hefyd, maen nhw wedi ennill 5 yn olynol. Be mae hwnna'n neud i unrhyw dîm?
Wel, dyn ni wastad yn sôn am momentum mewn pêl-drod. Mae hwnna'n bwydo hyder o fewn y gyrfan. Felly, mae'n holl bwysig. A bydden nhw'n dod yma gyda dim pwysau, fel wedodd y rheolwr, mwynhau y diwrnod. Rwy'n i roed fach y tacl go lew mewn i ddechrau, a wedyn rwy'n i greu rhywbeth magic i cychwyn y gêm bant iddyn nhw.
Be sy'n taro fi gyda Pen-y-bont yw, 3 blynedd sydd yna, ers oedd rhain yn chwarae gilydd yn y gyngrair. Mae'r newid o ran Pen-y-bont mewn cyfnod byr. Tiod, beth am hynny? Faint o waith da sydd wedi bod yn mynd mlaen fan hyn?
Wel, tu ôl i'r llenni, mae'r maes yn arbennig, a mae Rhys Griffiths fel rheolwr wedi arwyddo lot o chwaraewyr a safon fel Sean MacDonald yn dod mewn yn ddiweddar. Felly, mae fe'n adeiladu clwb sydd falle a sylfaen i fod yn yr uwch gyngor am tipyn o flynyddoedd i ddod.
Ie, a chi'n disgwyl gweld nhw'n cystadlu tua'r brig erbyn hyn. Ydyn nhw'n digon da i gymryd y cam na i Ewrop na'r uchelgais?
Wel, fe clywon ni Rhys Griffiths yn gweud trwy'r cwpan, falle byddai'r nod gorau i'r clwb. Ond dwi'n gweld o ran y garfan sydd gyda nhw nawr, George Iesgi'n dod nôl mewn i pethau hefyd ar ôl anaf cas, felly mae da nhw garfan all cysadlu yn yr uwch gyngrair.
Ie, mae fe'n gweud byddai'n braf cyrraedd Ewrop trwy Cwpan Cymru, a ni Cwpan Cymru. Fi'n cael nhw'n cyrraedd Ewrop. Byddai'n poen i sut maen nhw'n cyrraedd Ewrop yn y pen draw. Na'r pwynt gyda Pen-y-bont. Na le maen nhw eisiau bod. Cyrraedd Ewrop, ond mae angen pasio Ffynnon Taf yn gynta yng Nghwpan Cymru. Ta beth, na'r gêm sydd yn ei fyw i chi. A mae'r cefnogwyr wedi mentro yma. Chwarae teg yn erbyn y gwynt a'r glaw sydd wedi bod yn taro. Dwi ddim gweld rhael a ddoi, ond dwi'n bod diwrnod gwych. Ond ta beth, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm ddiddorol fan hyn. A mae'n mynd i fod yn fyw ar S4C os yw'r Banerin yn aros. Bydd i'n wir. Gwelwn i chi wedi'r egwyl.
Mi wnaethoch chi ei chwalu hi heddiw. Dyna sut I gadw pethau'n lan yn y cefn.
Croes yn ôl I sgorio dymor olygfa ym Pen-y-bont. Rôn dwyth ola Cwpan Cymru. Pen-y-bont yn cwrdd â Ffynnon Taf o gyngrair y de. A pob lwc i'r chwaraewyr ifanc na'n dal y baneri. Maen nhw'n chwifio yn y gwynt cryf. Ond Cwpan Cymru, JD I chi. Mae'n bnawn cyffroes. Mae'n benwthnos cyffroes. Cofiwch am sylwebeth yn Saesneg. We've got English language commentary available for you on the red button. Wales C manager Mark Jones and Kath Morgan ready for you there. Ond yn disgwyl amdano ni, ac yn dal man yn dyn dwi'n cymryd yn y pwynt sylwebu pnawn ma. Mae Owain Tudur Jones a Nick Parry.
Good afternoon and welcome to the SDM Glass Stadium where Pen-y-bont play Taffs Well in the quarter-finals of the JD Welsh Cup. The Wellmen are in terrific form at present on a 5-match winning run which should boost Craig Sampson's team's confidence. Rhys Griffiths and Pen-y-bont will hope to keep their 2 options of Europe on course and will start as red-hot favourites to make the semi-finals, but the Cup is all about dreams and who knows. One ex-Cup winner alongside me, 51-ton Welsh international Kath Morgan. Good afternoon, Kath.
Hello, how are you doing, Jonah?
Both teams take the knee in support against racism. Good afternoon, Kath. And it's a perfect cup tie, quarter-finals. Neither team has been this far in the competition before, so one of them is going to create history again this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the elements are pretty tricky this afternoon. It's very blustery and, you know, and pans of rain. So I think that, you know, whoever gets to grips with the elements first for me, you know, will settle down for the first 20 minutes. But, you know, for Taffs Well, they've got nothing to lose. There's no pressure on whatsoever and they can enjoy the occasion.
That's an important toss, I think, for them to win. They've got the wind at their back, so they could most probably have the weather advantage for the first period. There's a Sam Snaith and Scott Hillman clash there. That'll be a good clash. Young Snaith, one of the up-and-coming players in the Welsh Premier League, against one of the most experienced centre-backs. That'll be a good battle to watch all afternoon, that.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you win your 1v1 battles across the pitch, I think that's all you can ask for, and then the rest will take care of itself. But, you know, ultimately, like I say, you know, it's a good platform for Taffs Well, and Pen-y-bont obviously a favourite, but, you know, there's plenty of upsets in every game of football.
It's a good start from Martin. He gets it across to Joe Shepherd on the edge of the box. He gets across in. David Lyons, top scorer for Taffs Well so far this season. He's a bag of tricks, Lyons. Pulls the ball back. Hooked away by Billy Borge. Breaking play would go through the teams. But it's a bright start by the Wellmen. They're not exactly parking the bus in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, and I think, you know, I mean, Pen-y-bont are under the cosh at the minute with the wind and the elements, and they've just got to clear their lines, to be honest with you, and then build attacks like they're doing right now.
Keen Watts back in the team again today, right back. Clutton, chance for Clutton. Oh, it's an early goal for the home team. Lewis Clutton has all the ability in the world, puts the ball in the back of the net with his first chance of the afternoon, and that's a big goal from the favourites. It's Pen-y-bont 1, Taffs Well 0.
You know, you look at that again, and you look at just the fact I was just saying they would just clear their lines. You know, it's very simple defending, get rid of the ball, and then unfortunately then I think that the distances between the back four of Taffs Well were a little bit too great, and it was a great finish. It was a 1v1 really, you know what I mean? He couldn't have missed from there. Young
side Taffs Well, they've come to the game, win behind them, they've gone on the attack straight away, and Pen-y-bont are just simply taken advantage. It's a fine goal, by the way. Clutton has all the ability in the world. Ex-Bristol Rovers gets it under control, slams it in the corner, goalkeeper no chance. It was a big task for Taffs Well. It's a mountainous one now. Get a chance to go through the teams after the goal, Kath. Ashley Morrison goes for Pen-y-bont, Miles Davis, Billy Borge, Dan Jeffries and Kane Owen as the back four. Sean McDonald and Ryan Reynolds in the holding role. As David Lyon gets on the ball. Goes down that, looking for the free kick. Chance for Lyon. A good intervention from Reynolds, the holder in midfield. And that's not a bad effort either. Superb effort there from Sam Passion. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, if you see your foot is free, you've got to have a go there, especially with the wind on their backs. And you know, McDonald is showing his class. He lost the ball, and then, you know, within a millisecond he won it back. So you know, I think this will kind of settle Taffs Well down. You know, I mean, Pen-y-bont can just take their foot off the pedal a little bit and then go up the gears when they need to.
There you are. Even Rhys Griffiths, you'll be pleased with that start. He knows his team are red hot favourites, but he expects a bit of cup tie atmosphere and hurly-burly in the first half. So to be 1-0 up after 2 minutes is a dream start for the favourites.
Yeah, absolutely, and he looks very relaxed there. You know what I mean? I think that he knows that the talent in his team, and they've had such a fantastic season so far. So yeah, I mean, it's theirs to lose now.
Tom Bodger in goals for Taffs Well, Sam Passion, Scott Hillman, Dan Hooper and Adam Ward as a back four. Dan Jeffries just lets that ball go to play. Joe Shepherd, Harry Trahan and Ethan Kahn. David Lyon, Marcus Jones and Jan Martins up top. There's Craig Sampson. When you're the underdog and you go away to a big club, your changing room talk is all about don't give nothing away in the first 20 minutes. And the start looked bright, and they broke. They're one of the best teams in the Cymru Premier League on the break, Pen-y-bont. I can tell you that, watching them week after week. They have so much pace in their side. I'd be surprised whether Sampson doesn't drop another holding midfielder in, to be honest, just in case for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think they just got to get their shape, do you know what I mean, and get a little bit of confidence, and when they do manage to regain possession, they need to try and keep it or, you know, create an opportunity.
Passion. It's a big lad and he's got plenty of legs about him. Unlucky with his first touch, but he looks keen, the right back.
Yeah, and they're in the right area of the field there, do you know what I mean, Jonah? They can pen him in and try and win it back there. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a throw-in. So go.
Don't worry, Kat, there's plenty more mistakes to come yet. No pressure, it's only the quarter-final. Ashley Morris, of course, in goals. Won the cup with Llanelli.
Ex-Merthyr.
Ex-Merthyr. It's taken you 5 minutes to get that in, Kat. 5 minutes to get the great town of Merthyr in. Ashley Morris has won the cup with Llanelli. He's also won the cup with Bala in that famous victory when they defeated TNS 2-1. Kane Owen, quality on the ball. Nathan Wood against Passion. Ball goes back to Bodger. They're playing with a top 4 by the look, Taffs Well, and that's a big gamble in the cup. Chance, Marcus Jones. Great goalkeeping, superb goalkeeping. Oh, it's not a yellow card, ref. Yeah, he's got to go for the ball. I don't know. Maybe technically the ref's right, but it's football, it's a cup tie. The ball's there to be won, surely.
I mean, unfortunately, they go with the letter of the law, don't they, now in these days? I think that the striker has to go for it, you know. It's a good goal kick, really, end to end. The ball has bounced over, and it's great first touch, to be fair. For me, that was a bit harsh, really.
We had the same thing a couple of weeks ago with Adam Roscoe in the Daniel MG final. If you're the manager of Taffs Well there and he doesn't go for the ball, are you telling him off for, you know?
Yeah, of course you are. And as well, you know that the goalkeepers in this day and age are going to be protected anyway.
Morris with the kick. Snaith sandwiched in between two there. Sean McDonald playing in midfield, by the way, this afternoon. He has started his Pen-y-bont career at centre-back and he's been superb. There's no holding back with this Taffs Well team. They're having a go-kart.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you with regards to the 4 up top. I think it's a bit of a dangerous game, to be honest with you. But, you know, the midfield, then they've got such a lot of work to do, you know, to try and shift over when the ball goes both sides. But, you know, let's wait and see.
Yeah, well, if we're just looking in front of us now, Clutton, again, the one who scored the first goal, he's got 20 yards either side of him. He'll play in the hole. If Taffs Well push on, he'll play in the hole as a 10, just behind Snaith. And he has legs. Both wingers have legs, Keane Watts and Nathan Wood, so that's the danger. But you're in the cup. He's not parking a bus, like we said. They're having a go, Taffs Well, and it's great to see. Hillman wins the header. Superb play in midfield by Joe Shepherd. Young team, average age, I think. Take the 2 centre-backs out, the average age of this team would be, I think, 20, which is unbelievable for this level.
Yeah, and as well, I think they're quite a close group, and, you know what I mean, they're very energetic, and, you know, they're doing a lot of good work in and around Taffs Well and in the community as well. So, yeah, you know, it's fantastic for them to have their couple of hours of, you know, fame on the TV this afternoon, and rightly so.
Shepherd on the ball again. Whips it across the front. Decent ball again from Shepherd. Here's the break. This is where they've got to be careful now. The likes of Kane Owen with his quality. Lyon tracks him. Just leaves one in. And Owen will get the free kick. It was good tracking from a young right winger. But Pen-y-bont have the knowledge of how to play on the break, like I said. Jeffries. They are missing a couple of key players this afternoon. Lewis Harlin. Ben Amoun, Harlan suspended and Ben Amoun injured, but even their bench is a strong bench this afternoon. Jeffries, it's a big quarter-final today. TNS at home to Gillsfield, Connors Key to Colwyn Bay and Bala to Aberystwyth. Smart money says on 4 home wins, but it's the cup.
Yeah, that's never going to happen, is it?
Jeffries, Kane Owen, Sean McDonald just play in front of the back 4 by the look of it against this wind and conduct affairs from midfield. Jeffries, Morris, while Davis will hook it on to Watts. Dan Hooper clears. Hooper is the coach, by the way, of Taffs Well, ex-Cairo Reilly. Had a good career with Cairo Reilly. He's doing well in coaching alongside Craig Sampson, but he's been called in this afternoon after a few injuries to centre-backs from Taffs Well. It's a wonderful left foot. Great position to be in, Cat. 2 fronts to get into Europe. They're second in the league, Pen-y-bont, and 3 more games were they to win this.
Yeah.
Maybe Welsh Cup. Oh, well played, Nathan Wood. Tremendous. Davis. Chance for Watts. Goalkeeper Bodger collects, just shows on the break they're deadly.
Yeah, well, that was within 3 passes. You know what I mean? The counter-attack was 3 passes and they were in. So, yeah, I think Taffs Well know what they're up against. The quality of Pen-y-bont should kind of control this game. You've got McDonald there in central midfield. He's just pulling all the strings. And, you know, the Pen-y-bont strikers, like you said, have got 10, 15 yards and they can turn and go. So, yeah, it's a hard one, especially Taffs Well, you know, have got they're playing with the wind in their faces at the minute.
Pen-y-bont's home record this season is 12 games, 8 wins and 4 draws, and that's against the top teams in the JD Cymru Premier. Miles Davis has been very impressive this season, gets the ball down to Watts. He'll do well to keep that in, does keep it in, pulls it back.
We would describe that ball as a worker.
Definitely, Kat. Love the term. But they will compete all day. Marcus Jones there gets a free kick in midfield. Played 2 spells. He had a spell with Barry. Marcus Jones had a great spell with STM. Definitely good enough to play at this standard. I think he's one of those lads who just loves playing locally.
Yeah, and some people do that, you know what I mean? Some people play within themselves, they're happy in that environment, but like you say, you know, from us looking on, it's a waste of talent then, really, isn't it?
Hooper standing up to Hillman, most probably on the back post. Hillman almost gets on the end. Just have to take a club off there. Dan Hooper. I don't think it was a 9-9, it was a wedge for me then, Kat.
Yeah, I think this wind is causing a bit of problems. To be fair to Taffs Well, they're trying to clear their lines and put people in behind, but the wind is so strong and gusty here, it's just sort of whipping that ball away. But, you know, they are maintaining to try and be positive.
Well, apart from Clutton's goal, which obviously is a massive factor, they've made a bright start. Cup goals by Sam Passion, the right back, just noticing he's got 2. Jamie Owen 2, David Lyon 2 and Marcus Jones 2 on their way to this quarter-final. Ward just gives the free kick away there. The corner kick, by the way.
Yeah, good pressure there, you know what I mean, from Watts, just trying to pin him in there and make sure he doesn't turn his back. So, yeah, you know, it's a good opportunity now, and Taffs will have to try and defend this set piece.
This will be key because Kane Owen is one of the key dead ball kickers in Cymru Premier League. There's some big men in there as well. McDonald, Jeffries, Snaith, Wood, Billy Borges standing on the goalkeeper as well. That's interesting. Got to put this under the bar. Great corner. Great header away, Marcus Jones. Led with his arm, might just get away with one there. Watts. Hillman heads away. It's the way to clear lines.
Yeah, well defended, to be fair, from Taffs Well. They won the initial header, you know, and the second ball, and that's all you can ask for.
Harry Trahan in midfield alongside Joseph Shepherd. A lot of youngsters, like I said, in there. They're doing tremendous so far. I think their work rate will be upped in the second period. Interesting though, you never know, because these youngsters, they won't be worried about it, and playing against a windward pace sometimes suits teams, Kat.
Yeah, absolutely, and the occasion, you know what I mean, there'll be no regrets when they get off this pitch, so they'll give everything, I'm sure, till the final whistle.
Thankfully the wind is not quite as strong as it was yesterday. Hope everybody is safe at home. Chance, almost. He's come out late, it was 50-50 in the end between Martins and Morris, and Morris is going berserk with his right back for playing him back in this wind.
Yeah, that ball just actually held up there, didn't it? So, yeah, he's not best pleased there.
Yeah, it's not the brightest in this wind. I think keep it away from the goalkeeper, play as much as you can away from the danger areas. Reynolds almost slides Clutton in. Lyon trying to play Martins in. The Wellmen, like I said, are on a 5-match unbeaten run. Beat Taffs, they beat Llanelli last week in the 90th minute. Doing a good job, Craig Sampson. Chairman, one of their ex-players, Lee Bridgman, played for me at Moystead Park. Great character, and he's done a smashing job. Lion leaves one in.
Yeah, I think Pen-y-bont are going to be kind of expecting these little league challenges. It's just because, you know, Pen-y-bont move the ball so quickly, and Taffs Well can't quite get a grip with it, so they're going to try and challenge for everything, but obviously...
That is late.
Yeah, timing is key there.
Lion just may have got away with a caution there. Fiery character, who's at TNS for a year. There's loads of ability and plenty of prospect of going higher in the game. Snaith comes off his marker. And Martins puts it back, but Passion puts it out of play. The game is just settled now, Kat. The hurly-burly of the first 5 minutes is gone. There's 16 minutes on the clock. Griffiths obviously delighted with the 1-0 lead.
I think Taffs Well just need to try and gain a little bit more confidence in trying to keep the ball. They're trying to play in the right areas, which is correct. But, you know, if they could maybe string 2 or 3 passes together, then that would kind of breed a little bit more confidence.
I think they just got to stay in the game as long as they can, Kat. You know, especially against a side like this. When you're the underdog, just stay in the game. If it's 1-0 up until the 89th minute, you're in with a shout, and that's what you want.
And to be honest, you know how difficult it is to play in these conditions anyway, so, you know, it is hampering the game at the minute.
Shepherd, great ball, Lions, first touch, Lions gets out of his feet, closed down by Mal Davis. Davis hooks it clear. The 8 in midfield, Harry Trahan, is picking up some second balls, doing a great job in there so far. Wood, Nathan Wood, usually a step over or a trick from Wood again. Offside for me if he receives it. No flag. Watts just wide of the target. It's good skill from Watts. I'd like to see the replay of that one, Kat. The linesman, the real linesman, obviously got it right. I got it wrong.
I think great skill in centre midfield and a wonderful ball. Well weighted, to be fair. That angle doesn't really show us, but, you know, yeah. He was unlucky then. He hooked that shot in the end.
Things well played, Marcus Jones, and well played, Sean McDonald. Held him up. I think most people's interpretation of an underdog cup tie is the favourites to pin in the underdogs, but this is the opposite at the moment. Apart from the goal score from Clutton, it's been Taffs Well with the wind at their backs, putting Pen-y-bont under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, and I think that they have to capitalise on these elements, because obviously in the second half it's going to be, you know, a lot tougher for them.
Hooper, just again, he's got to take a little bit off. Massive wind behind him. Of course, the top 2 is important in the Cymru Premier. One of the top 2 and the semi-finals are very strong. Third place goes into Europe if one of the top 2 teams wins it. Great ball, Watts, Snaith, just over the top of Snaith's head. Wood against Passion. Owen, beautiful sunshine now in Bridgend. Owen tries to thread it in, but Trahan's there again. Jeffries doing a tight job there on Ethan Khan. They learn so much from this, these youngsters. Reynolds, Miles Davis was on. The pass wasn't as expected. Using acres of space as well, Miles Davis.
Yeah, and Reynolds there, just getting that ball in that pocket of the central midfield area. You know, we had all the time in the world to pick that out, to be fair. I think that's the difficulty with Taffs Well, is they'll kind of lose their markers, you know what I mean, every now and then.
Lion, Morris, seen plenty of the ball so far. Importance for the goalkeeper when you're playing against a win. Like I said, we've done the Nathaniel MG final the other week. Not Oliver Burning goals for Connors Key against a win in the first half was tremendous. Big position in windy conditions. Goalkeeper's importance doubles for me, Kat.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great ball.
Watts is in as well, round the back. Watts, Davis. Miscues his shot, not like Miles Davis this season. It's been bang on, and been in the goals as well, but again, on the break, they're looking dangerous, Pen-y-bont.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think as well that they haven't really got to chase a game now, and obviously they want to score another one just to secure themselves, but they don't have to. They can be patient, and I think that they do realise that they will get opportunities, and obviously, you know, unfortunately they didn't take that one. The rugby's next week.
Well, it is Six Nations. Great kick from Bodger. McDonald. Forge makes a mistake. Lyon. Chance for Lyon to make it one each. Lyon. Great save from Morris. That's the levels you're up against. Great break from David Lyon. Took the ball early, took it well, but it's a fantastic save from the goalkeeper Morris to keep the score at 1-0.
Yeah, dreadful mistake there, but to be fair, Lyon, he took it well. You know, he had one touch and then he did hit it hard, but Morris, we know how good he is. You know, and it was a great save.
Gets it. It's a great effort from Lyon. Ash Morris showing all the experience, cutting the angle down. But Samson will be disappointed his team were not on level terms.
It was a great chance, wasn't it?
Jones heads it on. Handball given against Owen. Cultured pass. Wood will drive in now. Wood, will he take the chance? Gets a touch. Good feet. Just one too many touches, and the referee is right on hand to have a look at that as well. Great work by the referee to get there, by the way. He's only 5 yards away from the tackle.
Yeah, I do understand why they're asking for that, mind, to be fair, because it was from behind. You know, he got away with the first one, stood and, you know, got back up again. Yeah.
Stood on the ball. Owen. Wood. Gets his shot off. It's been superb in patches this season. Nathan Wood, he's been amongst the goals. 4 in the cup, I think. Top scorer in the cup for Pen-y-bont. Always helps, Kath, when your wingers get amongst the goals.
Yeah, absolutely. It just gives you confidence, you know, that you're not just relying on your strikers to get your goals.
Reynolds with a header. Hillman strong in the tackle against Clutton. Griffiths obviously eyeing the semi-finals up. Could be a big season for Pen-y-bont. They got to the playoffs last season through the league. They surprisingly in the end defeated at home to Newtown 1-0. Sporge gets it under control, plays it wide to Davis. Davis trying that killer ball. Trahan took clear. McDonald. I don't think Sean McDonald's moved from there yet. He's just showing his know-how to play in the holding role.
He reminds me of Andy Beattie, Merthyr Tydfil. He never moved up the centre circle either, but he was a very good player.
Class. It's no of the game, Cat, some of these holding midfielders. Can. Reynolds, of course, ex-Everton, ex-Cardiff City, so there's plenty of ex-professional players out there this afternoon, especially on the Pen-y-bont team. There's 7 or 8 in fact. Clutton, Bristol Rovers, McDonald, Swansea and company, and Miles Davis, Swansea, Kane Owen, Cardiff.
And you can just see the quality, they're technicians, you know, and I think it makes a huge difference in the way that they approach a game as well. I mean, you know, on the third pass, you know, Pen-y-bont were over the halfway line, you know what I mean? They can just do that in like I say, 3 minimum passes. So, yeah, I think that's the difficulty when you play against higher ranked opposition, as it were, because they can just get out so much quicker.
They entered the Welsh League in 1977, Taffs Well. A long time ago. Some people here this afternoon who were there then. Malcolm Fraser, Norma Samuel, and Don James, who's a legend at their club. McDonald again, just making himself available, trying to do it easy. Trahan gets a pass off again to Lyon, tries a drag back against McDonald. Kane Owen, usually a flyer of the left back, he's decided not to go anywhere, I don't think, the first half. It's only Miles Davis looking to get forward from the defenders.
I think Owen picked up a little knock in that tackle early doors, and I think he's felt that, to be honest with his half.
Lyon in again behind Davis. He'll do well to keep that in. It's out of play. Ball goes over Borges' head and goes out of play.
I think Rhys Griffiths will kind of have a word with the boys at half-time and say, listen, we've got all the possession, but we have to have a little bit more quality. We have to look after that ball and make these counter-attacks count, because at the end of the day, you know, it only takes a second for Taffs Well to get in and equalise, and then you've got to get up a gear.
I think it'll suit them more. Club Rugby, Leinster. Is that tomorrow afternoon, Kath? It was a bit slow then. Scarlets versus Connor, Monday evening. Or tonight at 7:15 on S4C. Don't miss that one. Forward again. Owen heads away. Important header there from Jeffries. Wind at your back, don't be afraid to take a chance. Lyon puts it in the mixer again. Morris will collect that and deliver quickly to Kane Owen. JD Welsh Cup quarter-finals. Pen-y-bont 1-0 ahead against Taffs Well from the Cymru South. Passed their way out well there. Billy Borge. Davis wide. Centre forward Snaith, I think, will prosper more in the second period when the ball is in there. Taffs Well's box with the wind. There is flying everywhere. Jeffries back to Borge.
Great tracking there from Reynolds in centre midfield. You know, he made sure that there was no danger there.
Yeah, that's been one of the trademarks of their play so far this season, Pen-y-bont. They do track well. Watched them in 2 derbies against Barry, and 4-0 the first one, 0-0 the second, but their tracking back is always exemplary, and they're forced to from the touchline from Griffiths. It's a hard taskmaster.
Yeah, and I totally agree with it. It's good work ethic. You know, that's what we want from everybody. If everybody's putting a shift in.
Clutton spins zone passion. Clutton. It's a great tackle in the end from Hillman. That's a wonderful tackle. He went round to Clutton. Forwards may have wanted that a bit early in the box, but that's an excellent tackle from the experienced centre-back. Had to make it, Kat.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's good skill there. He's driving in, and I think that the defenders know we have to double up here in order to try and get in. And yeah, to be fair, great ball to win for their goalkeeper.
Clutton, the goal scorer, trying to re-establish his career and doing a good job. Hooks it forward, looking for Snaith. Snaith running into that blustery win. Blustery win, maybe an understatement. Trahan slips it in to Jones, Marcus Jones. Good throw in it is.
Yeah, great skill there from Marcus Jones, to be fair. You know, he was faced with a 1v1 and he was happy to take him on.
I think Sampson would be overjoyed to get in on level terms at half-time. He knows it's going to be a tough task against this wind in the second period anyway. Ward, the young left-back, gets forward. Gets his team a corner. Key in these conditions, like we said. It's got to be put right in the mixer, though.
Yeah, and you've got to be brave, you know what I mean? You've got to attack the ball. Pen-y-bont will make sure they're there, you know, marking, you know, nice and tightly, and no errors there. But I think for Taffs Well, they just got to go for it, you know. Pick your first, if you can win your first ball, great, but you need to win that second ball.
Wrong one for me, this. Wand of a left foot hooper, but I would definitely put a right footer to put it underneath the bar and put pressure on defenders and the goalkeeper. He'll swing this one out. Swings it out of play, in fact. Wrong foot.
No, wrong decision there, like you say.
Commentator was correct.
Yeah, well done. No. We knew you would be. He's never in doubt.
If he gets one from the other side, he'll whip that underneath. And if anything, Kat, it has got stronger the win since we've started. There's Owen goes left. Quarterfinals. So much at stake. I don't know whether viewers understand sometimes, Kat. You win this Welsh Cup, yeah, I think it's £25,000 for winning it, but then your first game in Europe is €240,000.
Yeah.
So this is a £250,000 game of football.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as the years have gone on, this has become more evident that, you know, teams are competing to win the Welsh Cup. and rightly so.
Unlucky there, Passion. There's a great ball. He's just put too much on it again. Pinged it past the two defenders. It's just run on in front of him. Jan Martins. Taffs Well with their German centre forward.
That's right, yeah.
Superb.
Yeah. And he just rocked up and asked to join. That's the way.
Yeah. If they were to win this afternoon and he were to get the winner, could make it all the way back home to the headlines. The Pen-y-bont faithful behind the goal starting to make a name for themselves this season. Their crowds have improved unbelievably this season, Pen-y-bont. Testament to Rhys Griffiths and their chairman, Alan Whiteley. They're building this club very well. This lad that's number 8 is having some game in midfield. Lyon, Jones. Watts looking for Snaith. For the neutral, Kath, I'm glad it won one of these games where maybe Pen-y-bont might have had the wind and gone for broken, got a few early goals. It's still definitely game on here. It's just 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And Taffs Well, you know, they haven't given up the ghost. They know that they can still be in this game. But for me, it's the conditions are kind of, they're struggling with those conditions at the minute, trying to keep the ball.
Well, Davis has gone to ground there. Just caught in the back of the head by Marcus Jones, going for the header.
Yeah. He's okay.
Oh, already given a yellow for the challenge on the goalkeeper, Ashley Morris. Staying down there, Miles. Billy Borge has come through the ranks at Pen-y-bont. Played through the Welsh League with them when Griffiths arrived. There's Griff. He might break into a smile if they go about 3-0 up. I don't think he'll ever make a comedian, Griff, do you?
He's done well though, wasn't he? Do you know what I mean? You've got to admire especially his own career, you know. He was formidable in this league when he played, and obviously he's instilled the work ethic, you know what I mean, and the camaraderie and the teamwork, and I think that just builds, you know, a good club.
Done a smashing job. Borge. Early goal had sort of stemmed the crowd a bit. Obviously the Taffs Well following support, but like I said, as we get into the second period and the game is still alive, they got a few runners in their lineup who can go past people like Lyon, like Marcus Jones, that could break the ranks on the break. Clutton. Davis, Miles Davis gets across in again. Hillman. It's been sound at the back, Hillman. McDonald, Reynolds. Owen, it's a great ball. Will Wood take this one first time, gets it across. Brilliant football from Pen-y-bont. Right hand side to left hand side, and it opens up with a chance at the end. All one touch passing as well. Excellent play.
Yeah, they're looking good, to be fair. I mean, you know, Taffs Well got away with that one, but then you ride a little bit of luck. So yeah, it was a great attack though.
And Nathan Wood is clever enough. He's not going nowhere near Passion, the fullback. He's just dropping into the hole either side of him all the time. Owen. Martins gets it inside. It's well played again from Joe Shepherd. They've competed really well, them youngsters in midfield.
Yeah, they have, to be fair, you know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing for them to fear. They've just got to kind of go and do their best, and to be fair, they are, all the attacks and the counter-attacks are coming from them.
Jeffries. Owen, I think the smart money beyond Owen having a few rifled shots in the second half. He loves to get a shot off, and if he's given the chance, start to play well now. Pen-y-bont. Wood against Passion. Wood comes inside. Great ball off, just in front of Miles Davis. Back heel from Davis. Watt stands at the back post looking for Snaith. Clutton to make it. Great tackle again by Hillman. He's been heroic in there, the centre back, by the way. Reynolds, McDonald. Second goal could be decisive for both teams here. Wood. Owen puts plenty on it. Out of play there from Kane. Owen's a poor delivery. You expect more from Kane. He usually deals in quality crosses.
Yeah, he's just overhit that, hasn't he, and got the angle wrong. But, you know, great play from Pen-y-bont, to be fair. They've enjoyed a good spell of possession there. But having said that, Hillman at the back there for Taffs Well was absolutely formidable. And he's just taking responsibility as one of the more experienced players in the team.
7th place in the Cymru Premier, by the way, Taffs Well. They've won 9, lost 6, drawn 6. Their away record is not bad either. They played 15, won 7, only lost 5 out of 15. Good turnaround. No, the race was on then. Little tug there from Hillman on Watts, but the ball had gone through to Bodger. Ward. Borge heads out. Well, without the weather conditions, Kat, if you were bringing Taffs Well to Pen-y-bont, second in the Cymru Premier League, at half-time, if there's only 1 goal in there, you're quite a happy man. You're still in the contest. Jones, great ball. That's a great block as well by Jeffries. That was a hell of a cross from Jones.
Yeah, to be honest, you know, you've got to be in the right position there to defend that ball, because, yeah, there were guys in there ready to go. But, yeah, I think... Yeah, great ball in there. Great defending, man.
Hillman again.
Hillman, yeah.
Snaith was coming in to put that in the back of the net.
He'll enjoy watching these back tonight.
I think he will. Ward. Watts leaves it out of play. Referee, who's been excellent so far, Bryn Markham Jones. He's left the shotgun at home.
I don't know what you mean.
He's experienced referee now, Bryn. He was quick off the mark when he started. He's one of the top dogs now. There's Sam Snaith and Lewis Clutton. They'll look for more action in the second period, definitely. There's 37 minutes on the clock at the SDM Stadium. There's Wood with that cross. Oh, great intervention, just eludes Snaith in front of goals. Morris, Ash Morris. That's a hell of a kick, almost to the halfway line in this win. Reynolds and McDonald have been key, really tidied up in midfield after a bright start from the midfield from Taffs Well, creating chances. They haven't created so many now, Kat, in the last quarter of an hour.
Yeah, no, and I think that, you know, they'll come alive in the second half now, and Taffs Well have enjoyed good periods. Great work there.
Jones, again, superb with the ball at his feet. Passion, Wood as well, all the way back to Bodger. High line as well there from Pen-y-bont, they got it really well. Borge. Hillman gets it again. Really impressed by the 2 youngsters in midfield. Again, sorry for repeating myself, but this is a big game. It's a big stand-up in class for these players, and they're really dealing with it well.
Yeah, Shepherd and Drahan there doing a lot of work, to be fair.
Forget, they're in against Ryan Reynolds,
yeah.
ex-Everton Cardiff, and Sean McDonald with hundreds of league appearances, and they are
standing out, to be fair.
Absolutely.
And this will do them as individuals the world of good, you know what I mean? To be able to perform under pressure at this level against this opposition, you know what I mean? It will only hold them in good stead for the future. You know, yes, they're playing for Taffs Well, but you never know what's around the corner. You know, we know how one game can change somebody's life. I'm still waiting for that to happen, Joe. Now, what about you?
Never started, Kath. You're 51 caps ahead of me. Morris taking all the time in the world with a goal kick. Can you name the winners from this afternoon, Kath? TNS, Gouldsfield.
TNS.
Ballaraba.
Abba.
Ooh. There's one against the grain. I've gone for 4 home wins, Connors Key, then against Colwyn Bay. So I've gone for the 4 home wins. You're going for 3 and Abba.
Yeah.
There's a point on it, Kat.
Can I have chocolate cake instead?
Yeah, of course you can. That's why you were a pro. Be interesting. Your hooper can really hoop the ball. I do try and get it as close as the keeper as possible. But it's a good high line from Pen-y-bont. They're not going to go deeper than that in this win. only other option here is to try it.
I think he might have a go.
He has the ability, that's what he's trying to say to him. Get across the front. Just whip it across the front. Decent ball in. A bit more pace needed. Lions will get the corner. Who's given a goal kick, and to the upset of a few of the Taffs Well players.
Yeah, it was a bit too floaty, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? He needed to be drilled, really.
That comes off the back of Miles Davis, and it's definitely a corner, by the way.
Yeah, he's missed that rough.
Yeah, just in Dan Hooper then, almost aim it to the far post and whip it across the front, and just hoping for somebody to get something on, or a deflection. But it has to be pacey to put the keeper under trouble.
Yeah, you've got to make the keeper work there.
Morris, passion, knocks it forward again. Martins. Owen keeps the ball in play, but he's done his work there. Jan Martins keeping Pen-y-bont boxed in.
Yeah, they need to try and win the ball back, you know, and then try and, you know, create an opportunity just through a little bit more of a passing sequence if they can. I think that's what, you know, they're in a fight, yes, but I think for them they need to try and create a little bit more passing sequences.
Hillman knocks it forward again. It'll be interesting to see how Taffs Well play the second period. Now, will he keep the same formation in the fourth? I don't know whether he'll be able to keep the 4-3-3 with 3 forwards up at all times with this win, Cat. He may have to change formation. Maybe just go with 2 flyers up the top.
Yeah, I think that Pen-y-bont should have a lot more possession in the second half and secure that possession, which is hard work then when you haven't got the ball. So yeah, it wouldn't be sensible to keep the shape they're in now.
The Reece Griffiths there looking on him. When you're a manager in the cup, whether you're a favourite or not, if you get a 1-0, a 2-0, a 5-4 or a 6-5, the best result in the cup is a win.
It doesn't matter, yeah, agreed.
Reynolds gets a tackle in on Tratan this time. Nathan Wood chance, one-on-one, keeper comes out. Wood gets it on the keeper. Nathan, oh, surely should have took it with his left foot. He's got an open goal in front of him. Nathan Wood, so many times I've watched him this season, if he takes less touches, he could go right to the top. That is the perfect scenario. He's got to put that in the back of the net.
Do you know what? I think Bodger, the goalkeeper, turned around and knew, you know, that he'd made such a bad error there flying out, and he thought it was going to be 2-0, but you know, great ball in, and he's taken it well round the keeper. Now hit it there. Yeah.
Passion did well to come around and maybe put a bit of pressure on Wood, but that's could be a big missed chance in this game. Owen hooks it clear. Trahan gets in there first again. Wood. Clutton, if he can keep this in, it'll be interesting. He'll get a run at the big man Hillman. Will he take him on? As a perfect scenario for Clutton. Wood, can he make amends just before half time? Too many touches again. Clutton. Owen. Back post for Owen. Glory goal was on for Watts, but he miscues the volley.
Yeah, he had a bit more time then, I think, than he thought. Owen was screaming there to make sure that the overload was played into him, and it was a decent cross, but, you know, you've got to kind of take your time there, you know. I think that he could have actually, I mean, he could have brought that, he had plenty of time in.
I think that could just change Reece Griffiths' team talk a little bit at half-time, because if I know Griff, he's going in with them couple of chances there. If you do the basics, then most probably got a chance of being in the back of the net or making the goalkeeper make a save, and they haven't done the basics. Billy Borge collects a yellow for the tackle on Lyon.
Yeah, he's mistimed that, to be fair. I mean, he's been excellent in the Pen-y-bont defence, to be fair to him, but on that occasion I don't think he can really argue with that. He's
just catches him in the back of the Achilles, I think.
Yeah, wrong side as well.
And maybe a chance now for the Well men to go in at level terms. There's a minute left on the clock before half-time. Has to whip it across the front. I think Hillman will be the target on the back post. Whips it in. Great free kick this time, more pace on it. Owen caught in possession. Ball in, chance, Lyon! It's one apiece! It's one apiece at half-time. They dallied in the Bridgend defence. And David Lyon gets his 14th goal of the season. The Wellmen make it 1-1 at half-time. Pen-y-bont 1, Taffs Well 1.
We talked about the quality of the delivery, and that was much better. It was so much flatter, you know, with a lot more pace on it. And to be fair, I mean, Pen-y-bont just didn't quite get their runners there. Although they won the first ball, made a mistake there. They thought they'd won a free kick, they hadn't. Great delivery back in, and who's on the far stick? Lyons there to poke it in.
Well, he's done quite well. He's just taken it under control. He's in a great chance to score, but his first touch is good. There's the first control. There's the lash. It's one apiece. We're at half-time.
Great time to score.
And if I said Griffiths' team talk may change a little, I'm sure it will now. But that's great for the cup. That's great for the tie itself. Game on. We got a big 45 minutes in front of us, and we got an underdog who can believe. We got a top dog with plenty of ability who should get the job done in the second half. But the cup is about the cup.
Yeah, this will give them loads of confidence now. Taffs Well going into half-time. You know, they've worked extremely hard, to be fair, and deserve that equaliser. I think Pen-y-bont will ruin all their chances at their minute.
When you're on an unbeaten run, sometimes luck goes with you, Kath, and they rode their luck for the last 10 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Griffith brings on the likes of Ashley Evans, second period. Lyon now full of confidence. He's a confident player anyway.
But for me, it's all about that delivery. You know, that delivery was top draw there. It's really hard to defend against those balls.
Kane Owen might be disappointed as well. He didn't clear his lines. He had the chance to clear it. Took 2 or 3 touches on the edge of the box. Got to get rid of it in these conditions. Yeah,
and it's great to hustle them from, do you know what I mean, Taffs Well, to make sure that they weren't going to let him out. So, yeah, that's good work rate again. Good characteristics to have. You just keep working.
Half-time blown by Bryn Markham Jones, and the score in the JD Welsh Cup quarter-final is Pen-y-bont 1, Taffs Well 1. Plenty to play for in the second period. Don't go away.
Mi wnaethoch chi orffen hwnna'n wych a chodi'r to. perfformiad gwych. Mi wnaethoch chi selio hi yn y diwedd.
Cwpan Cymru yw'r gystadleuaeth, a mae Pen-y-bont yn croesawu Ffynnon Taf o gyngrau'r y de. Ac ar ôl munud a hanner oedd y tîm cartre. Y clwb sy'n ail yn Uwchrain Cymru, JD ar y blaen, Clyton drwodd, Clyton yn sgorio, ond i fod yn deg. Dwi'n gyda'r ffidil yn y to, neu'r ffidil yn y ffynnon hyd yn oed. Ac reit ar ddiwedd yr hanner cyntaf, Lions yn taro. A chi'n gwybod be? Mae'n gyfartal ar yr egwyl. Gêm gynta'r pnawn o rownd wyth ola. Cwpan Cymru. Ambell i ystadegyn yn ffafrio'r ymwelwyr hefyd. Redig yn drechion cywir. Mae'n bach y sioc o'r fan be ddigwyddodd yn y munudau cyntaf na. Siôn Meredith wedi camu lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu i ochr y cae fan hyn. Hynny, syth at y goliau fi'n credu, Siôn. Fel o'n i'n gweud, munud a hanner ar y cloc, a chi'n meddwl, mae hon yn fod yn bnawn hir i Ffynnon Taf. Ni'n gwybod bod nhw wedi taro nôl, ond faint mor siomedig fydden nhw i ildio mor gynnar? Wel,
y dechreuad perffaith i bechgyn Rhys Griffiths. Dyna'n union beth oedd e moyn i'w dîm yn wneud. Wat yn cyfuno'n dda gyda Clyton fan hyn. Lot gormod o amser, lot gormod o lle gyda fe. Ond mae fe'n benni ddyn gelfydd. Ond fi siŵr bydde Ffynnon Taf yn wedig yn mynd lawr mor gynnar, alle penne nhw wedi mynd lawr, ond dim dyna digwyddodd. Cadw nhw mewn i'r gêm a fe geithon nhw'n heiddiant ar diwedd y hanner cyntaf.
Ie, pan chi'n gweld yr amddiffyn a neu'r diffyg amddiffyn, mi o'ch chi'n poeni amdano nhw, fel ti wedi sôn, Siôn, i fod yn deg, maen nhw wedi dal i tir, wedi taro nôl. David Lyons wedi bod yn amlwg yn y hanner cyntaf yna.
Ydy, popeth da wedi trwyddo fe, gath e cyfle da fan hyn yn erbyn y gol geidwad. Braidd yn lwcus gyda camgymeriad gyda Pen-y-bont yn y cefen. A mae fe'n neud y peth cywir i fi. Fel ymysodwr, mae'n rhaid i fod yn bendant. Fe bwrodd e'n digon da. Mynd ar draws Ashley Williams yn y gol, Morris yn y gol. A i fod yn deg y fe arbediad da.
A hefyd, o'n nhw wedi herio Ashley Morris cwpl o weithiau, achos y gwynt falle yn y tyrgedi, e?
Wel, na, dwi'n tipyn o challenge gyda'r captain arno fe, ond y gwynt eto oedd y broblem fyna. Ar y cyfle hynny, dyle fe i cymeryd yr ergyd yn tro cyntaf, lle trial cymeryd y cyffyrddiad, ac beth sy'n digwydd efo cyflymder y gwynt, mae'r bêl jyst yn mynd i oddi arno ti.
Beth am y cyfle hwyr yma wedyn i Nathan Woods, ni'n clywed Nick yn holi ti, os na fath beth a gormod o amser, gallu honni bod yn ddwy ddim yn hawdd, reit ar ddiwedd yr hanner. Wel,
nid yn unig hon, maen nhw wedi cael i fi 3 neu 4 cyfle reit dda, a fe ddyle fe i cymeryd honna ar y cyfle cyntaf lle oedd yr ongl yn iawn, oedd yr amddiffynwr ddim yn mynd i gallu cael y bloc mewn. Mae'n cymeryd grown y golwr fyna i fi, oedd angen iddo fe cymeryd yr ergyd, ond yn siomedig bod e heb bwrw'r targed hefyd.
A beth sy'n digwydd? Chi'n methu'ch cyfleoedd, chi'n cael eich cosbi. Dyma ddigwyddodd. Na i esbonio i Siôn beth ddigwyddodd achos oedd yn camu lawr y pwynt sylwebu. Oedd yn gweld yn glir. Mae jyst y chwalfa amddiffynol fan hyn, Siôn. Embarrassing o disgrifiad Owain Tudur-Jones.
Wel, falle lle ti mynd trwy'r gol hyn i fi, ond ie, mae'n edrych yn debyg bod yna diffyg cynorthrebu yn y cefen. A dwi'n cyd-fynd o OTJ, mae'n braidd yn embarrassing. Gallai oedd cyfleuon i cael ei ffwrdd, just funud diwetha yn y gêm mwy o lai, just cael ei allan o'r man dangerus, ond Lions, fel ni wedi dweud, mae wedi bod yn amlwg iawn yn ystod y hanner yna, a mae fe'n cwmpo i'r tîm cywir.
Mae'n cerdded i mewn yn y diwedd.
Ti'n mynd yn gwell fel ymwysodwr, cerdded y bêl mewn fel yna.
Siwm hwnna'n newid pethau yn ystafelloedd newid na. Ni'n gwybod Rhys Griffiths, fel Pen-y-bont, mae fe'n gosod safonau uchel iawn. Sut le fydd yn stafell newid Pen-y-bont?
Oedd e ddim yn dyn hapus, o'n i'n cerdded lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu, o'n i'n clywed y boes oedd yn cynnesu lan yn gweud falle bod un y ddoi ddim yn mynd i weld y hanner nesaf, felly ysyn nhw lan gol i ddim mor gynnar, fel Rhys Griffiths oedd eisiau cael y gol nesaf, a dwi ddim wedi dod a maen nhw'n talu'r pwyth.
Dyna ni, mae'n un ar yr egwyl, ni'n mynd i glywed gan Ffynnon David nesaf. Mae'n cael cwmni Cath Morgan. Cath ar y botwm coch yn gyn chwaraewraig rhyngwladol hefyd, lot i drafod gan gynnwys y gêm yma. A Merched Cymru yng Nghwpan Pinatar yn ei draw at Sioned.
Diolch Del, cath braf iawn cael eich cwmni chi. Yn i mlaen i siarad am Merched Cymru yn y man, ond yn gynta, be nesti o'r hanner cynta yna?
Ie, wel, gyffroes, mae rhaid dweud, i fod yn deg i Ffynnon Taf, maen nhw wedi gweithio'n rili galed ac yn brwydro, a jyst yn cael yr hyder yna i gwybod bod nhw dal yn y gêm, a nath hynny wedyn, dangos wrth nhw sgorio reit ar diwedd yr hanner gyntaf, felly Pen-y-bont fi'n credu gen nhw bach o stŵr falle hanner amser, ond fi'n siŵr bydd e'n ail hanner diddorol iawn.
Ie, byddwn ni'n dod i clywed beth mae Rhys Griffiths yn gweithio nhw ar hyn o bryd. Gewn ni sgwrs bach am Merched Cymru, achos maen nhw mas yn Sbaen ar hyn o bryd. Ni'n genfigenus iawn, achos ni yn y gwynt ar glaw ym Pen-y-bont, ond geithio nhw'r canlyniad ffantastig na yn erbyn yr Alman, ennill o 2 gol i 1 am ganlyniad i ferched Gemma Granger.
Ie, ti'n be, a beth oedd yn plesio fi, oedd nhw'n wnaethon nhw dominyddu'r gêm yna, a wrth gwrs, ti'n bod, ar ôl 10 mlynedd i'r trio creu sylfaen cadarn yn amddiffynol, mae Cymru nawr yn mwynhau cyfnodau o creu patrymau ymosod llwyddiannus, a mi oedd y 2 gol, mae rai dweud, o'r safon ucha, felly, llawn heiddi'r fuddugoliaeth yna.
A maen nhw'n gwynebu gwlad Belg heno eto tîm arall, a bydde'n dangos yn gymwys ble mae Cymru ar hyn o bryd.
Ie, fi'n credu, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm holl wahanol. Ni'n gwybod hynny, mae Gwlad Belg yn brofiadol iawn, ond mae Cymru'n gyfarodd Estyn mewn, ac yn amddiffyn am cyfnodau hir, a fi'n credu newn nhw mwynhau eto cyfnodau i'w ymosod, a sa'n siŵr os bydd Belg falle yn barod am hynny.
A jyst yn gloi, Cath, faint ti'n credu mae'r tîm yn mynd i elwa o fod mas yn Sbaen, o fod yn ware mewn twrnament cyfeillgar?
Wel, mae'n bwysig iawn, ond nhw wedi cwrdd gyda'i gilydd ers mis Tachwedd, a nawr wrth gwrs mae'n cyfnod i cael falle 10 diwrnod bach, ymarfer caled, gemau da, ac wrth gwrs i ni gyd yn hyderus, neu canlyniad yn erbyn Ffrainc yn mis Ebrill a mynd i ffordd Cymru.
Yn bendant, hwnna yw'r gêm fawr. Cath Brafion, cael dy gwmni di, please, ceri o'r disgled o de, ceri dwymo lan. Wel, mae'n un yr un fan hyn, ym Pen-y-bont, Lewis Clutton yn agor y gêm i Pen-y-bont, a wedyn David Lyons yn unioni'r sgôr. I ni'n mynd i weld sioc ym Pen-y-bont, gawn ni weld ar ôl yr egwyl.
Eithaf chi dros bob blewen o wair heddiw. Perfformiad i oleuo'r lle go iawn.
Croes yn ôl, fel allwch chi weld, y chreuwr yn barod amdani, a beth allwch chi weld di llun, yw'ch y pwyntiau o'r penwthnos hefyd. Gemau mawr dal y dechrau, Ceicon a Bai Colwyn, y Bala Aberystwyth, y Seintiau newydd yn cwrdd a Chegidfa, Dre newydd Met hefyd yn y gyngrair, ond fan hyn, Pen-y-bont, Ffynnon Taf, mae'n gwbl gyfartal. Nôl â ni ar ein pennau, Nick Parry.
Welcome back to the SDM Glass Stadium in Pen-y-bont. Quarter-final of the Welsh Cup. It's Pen-y-bont 1, Taffs Well 1. Intriguing battle in the second period to make the semi-finals. Clutton. Half-time would have been team talk of two differences from Taffs Well and from Pen-y-bont. I'm sure Craig Sampson is upbeat, scoring an equalizer a minute before half-time. And then the Pen-y-bont changing room. Kath, we've had two substitutions, Billy Borge and Ryan Reynolds coming off, and Kai Whitmore and Ashley Evans come on. I spoke and said I think Evans would come on. He brought him on. Kai Whitmore on the ball now. He's been signed from Ammanford. He'll have pace and power. But it's still 1-1 in a massive encounter, Kat.
Yeah, and I think that obviously changes probably had to be made to make sure that they secure the second half, you know what I mean? And I've just come back from having a comfort break for one of the dads to tell me that number 6 for Taffs Well, Joe Shepherd, I coached him when he was under 12s and he still remembers me. That's very kind.
Thought he was having a good game, Kat.
Obviously, I'm so old now, I can't remember everybody I've coached, but yeah, it was a great team from Merthyr Tydfil under 12s. We won the Welsh Cup.
There's Strahan in midfield again, waving his magic wand, and like he has all afternoon. Free kick given, but just the period for a couple of minutes now where, you know, this cup tie. Oh, that's just off the ball. Whitmore just leaves one in a little bit on. Marcus Jones catches him, no intent by the look of it. Flicks his hand out. Here, balance. You know, it looks worse on camera sometimes. Marcus Jones will take that. Kai Whitmore signed from Ammanford. He's made a bright start. He's played in every game in the league so far, and he's full of pace and power. And it's just what I think Griffiths has only replicated what we said at half-time, Kat. They were a little bit, the two youngsters, Shepherd and Trahan, were too comfortable in midfield. So I think he'll match them up now with Clutton and Whitmore with a bit more physicality.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably tighten it up as well, you know what I mean? There was the gaps between the units were a little bit too big, which created a lot of space then, to be fair, for the midfield of Taffs Well to try and pull the strings.
And what they'll have to watch, Taffs Well, is Sean McDonald, obviously the ex-Welsh international, is going back to centre-half, and he'll be able to ping Diags in now from centre-half. You just have to keep their eye on that. Lyon is just backing off him now. He should press him, because he'll pick a good pass, this fella. McDonald. Yeah, you see already with a win, they're just sitting in a bit more, Taffs Well, and they'll try and play on the break. Kane Owen, Nathan Wood. It's the chances they will be after like that. Any mistakes when Pen-y-bont are on the ball. And obviously, Kat, when the boot's on the other foot, they've got to judge their passes, Pen-y-bont.
Yeah, obviously now, you know, the weight of the pass is going to be paramount. I think they're experienced enough to know that. I think it's going to be quite hard work, really. Do you know what I mean? If you're one striker up there for Taffs Well against 3 Pen-y-bont, I think it's going to be a tough ask. But like you say, they're just looking for mistakes to pounce on.
Yeah, no Ben Amoun on the bench as well, so I'm sure Griff would have gone with 2 up top now with his wind at his back, but Macy, Costa, Georgievski, that's the type of ball what Ben Amoun would thrive on. That long diag, Snaith and Amoun would cause plenty of trouble there.
Yeah, and I think again, you know, you can it's highlighted in the first half where Taffs Well struggled with those balls running out to play, as are Pen-y-bont now. So, you know, there's no difference there. They've just got to assess and make better decisions on the way to pass.
Yeah, get it wider. and get the ball in from wide areas. Nothing too straight. Scott Hillman to wide. Sam Passion. They just have to try and play their way out. Ash Evans again knows. That's how much Griffiths knows this game is going to be an important encounter. Bringing Ashley Evans on as early as 45 minutes. Miles Davis spins round David Lyon, the goal scorer. Gets it in early. Who else but Hillman clears away. Good challenge between Whitmore and Lyon. Well played, Marcus Jones. Misjudges his pass out the can. Whitmore. Clutton. Davis. Can give Davis that type of quality. In it goes. Doesn't pick the right one that time. But he'll see plenty of the ball, and Kane Owen will in the second period. They'll push the full-backs on now with McDonald going back.
Yeah, and Snaith is a threat, you know, aerially as well. So I think as long as they keep putting those balls in, then, you know, they've got a chance.
Jeffries hooks it forward. Ward has done well at left back, marking Quinoa. Their academy, by the way, Taffs Well are really doing well. And I spoke to a good friend of mine even at half time on the phone, Cat. Ex-rugby player Mark Ring, his boy plays young Rupert, and really enjoying his time. Taffs Well is their club starting to make a name for themselves, which is proved today. 5 under-20s, I think, play it.
Yeah, and
the Welsh Cup quarter-final.
Yeah, absolutely. And as well, if you go from grassroots up and have a good structure, then at the end of the day, you know you'll always feed your first team, you know, and they'll play the way the club plays.
It's going to be a big ask for Cannes now up there against the wing. That battle will go all day. What a ball, that is chance here for 2-1. Martins takes a touch. Tackled on the edge, gets a shot off. It's 2-1. The Wellmen make the break. It's Jan Martins, the German. It's 2-1 to the underdog, and what a game we've got in our hands here now at the SDM Stadium. Pen-y-bont 1, Taffs Well 2. Cup upset could be on.
Well, do you know what? I think it's just written in the stars for this young man, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm sure all his German family will be screaming at the TV now, but to be fair to him, you know, he's worked hard all game. Yeah, there's a loose ball in there. He's picked it. Obviously, the ball has come to him plenty of time. He hasn't panicked, and he's taken 2, 3, and then buried it. Good boy. He could have panicked there, you know, and hit it straight away, but he didn't. He took his time, sent the keeper the wrong way. You know, he was in acres of space. First touch was great, to be fair. Tripped over the ball almost, and finished it with his left foot. Great goal.
What is it, Kath, about the Cup? You know, the Cup, you see the likes of Boreham Wood beating Bournemouth in the FA Cup. At present, you see Taffs Well ahead of Pen-y-bont. Long way to go yet, by the way. This could end up, you know, it could end up Pen-y-bont winning comfortably. But what a performance they've put in so far, the Wellmen. Could be proud of themselves. Can they carry the dream on?
Well, that's it, you know. I mean, they've got nothing to fear, haven't they? It's their occasion, you know. Maybe this is the only time they'll be, you know, on live on TV. So you give it your all. You want to play well for yourself, for your family, for everybody else. And I think that, you know, to be fair, they've taken that chance there, and that's what's most important.
Wood with a touch inside Whitmore. Like we said, the lad Martins, Jan Martins, goal scorer, he rocked up at Taffs Well, asked for a trial, a German in Wales. Is that his reward, to get the winner in a quarter-final of a Welsh Cup? No rush from the goalkeeper. There's not going to be rushing at all over this. A long way to go, 53 minutes on the clock. Hillman just got to do things a little bit quicker. Johan in midfield, back to Passion. That's them type of mistakes they weren't making in the first half now. They're better off clearing their lines. When you've scored against a team who are supposedly higher level, and you just clear your lines for 5 minutes and resettle.
Yeah, and obviously the wind is playing a huge factor for Taffs Well now, so they've got to be careful. Just get rid of the ball and then reset.
Tell you what, Marcus Jones is having some game as well in midfield, Cap. He's when he gets it, he carries the ball. He's got the power and he's got the pace to play against this type of team.
Yeah, I think this will, you know, just test everybody now at the end of the day. Let's see the resilience of Pen-y-bont. You know, they certainly don't want to go away from this game losing this. So, yeah, should be a good 35 minutes.
Well, you're going to get some honesty from me, Kath, on 55 minutes. I didn't see this at all.
Yeah, no.
I genuinely thought Pen-y-bont would have been too strong, too powerful, too quick. May have underrated Taffs Well, having only watched them once this season, but cup football.
I do think, though, that, you know, sometimes you're in a game, you know, you're 1-0 up and there's not many threats. And then, obviously, within, you know, 5 minutes, the cup tie is turned on its head. So I think that's just the beauty of being the underdog and have nothing to lose. I mean, let's see how Pen-y-bont now can react to this.
There's that first goal. Shepherd again in midfield has been tremendous.
My coaching, obviously, when he was under 12.
Kath, if you coached him and he's playing as well as this, you might get the Barcelona job.
Well, the thing is, to be honest with you, I feel bad because I didn't recognise him, but obviously it was a long time ago when these boys have grown up. But I got to say, you know, at the time, it is the best team I have ever coached as regards of talent of that borough. And yeah, thanks to his dad for letting me know that he's
Ball in again. Jeffrey's chance here for 3-1. Oh, how important could that be on 55 minutes for Ashley Morris to make that save from Martins again? How important could that be in this tie?
I honestly thought that was in, to be fair, just a little tad higher. But a great save by the keeper there, Ashley. Yeah, mistake again, really, by McDonald.
I think that could be shown plenty of times on the highlights. There's Samson with his head in his hand, all the coaches turning away. He knows how important that could be.
Well, I think McDonald thought that Ashley Morris was coming for the ball.
They've proven they could create chances. Miles Davis. Jones again. Marcus Jones. Evans to Owen. Jeffries to Wood. They've got to stand up and be counted now. Some of these players. Great ball, Nathan Wood. Keen watch with the volley. Just hooks it wide. There's going to be plenty of that in the next 30 minutes. Don't worry about that. Great ball from Nathan Wood.
He created, to be fair, a good little bit of space for himself, and you know, it was a great second touch. And yeah, I mean, you have to have a go for it from there, really.
He swung that a couple of times this afternoon, no? Maybe third time lucky. I'm sure there are managers, the other 6 managers in the quarter-final will really hope that this result stays that way. One of the big boys out opens the gap up in the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a foul.
Whitmore will compete. That's it. Throwing the ball away like that, he has to be careful. I think Whitmore's been brought on for his physicality against Jones, because Jones's physicality is really working out for Taffs Well at the moment. Just in front of those 2 youngsters. Griffiths. Obviously, he won't panic. He's been around long enough, he knows all about it. That's a wide ball. It's usually a Pen-y-bont tactic to Miles Davis. Wood. Intensity and pace is up in the game now. Miles Davis, decent touch. Great tackle, superb tackle. Shepherd again.
What can I say?
Davis, will he fire the long one into Snaith? Watts just in the way of Snaith there though. Dragged another defender there. McDonald over the back of Khan.
Nothing wrong with that though, I don't think.
He's got to go for it. Wood spreads it wide. Davis. Lyon just gets a foot in before Ashley Evans. Yeah, they're back now. They'll definitely go like they are in view now, Kat. They're 4-5-1 now, look.
Yeah, well, I think that they have to sit in now. I think it's all the pressure's on Pen-y-bont, and as the minutes tick by, we all know what it's like. You keep looking at the clock, and you haven't equalised, and the pressure just mounts and mounts.
Whitmore, Owen. The two fullbacks haven't gone on the ball as much as I would have liked so far this afternoon for Pen-y-bont. That's where their quality lies, and that's where their equalizer has to come from. Clutton, who opened the scoring after 2 minutes. Clutton, great tackle by Ward, the young fullback. A little bit of clash of heads off the ball. Marcus Jones it is again, he's putting in some shift. Clutton, yeah, it's just a clash there. I know that obviously Cap has only one league between them, but seriously, as long as I've been in this league, if Taffs Well were to pull this off, this would be one of the biggest cup upsets in 20 years.
Yeah, and especially at this stage of the cup, you know what I mean? I think, you know, you kind of ride your luck sometimes in the early rounds, but when this is the business end, really, of the cup, so...
long way to go yet, long way to go, far forward to go, and they'll have to deal with quality here. Yeah. Kane Owen will ask questions here, he'll bend this in onto the 12-yard spot. Hooper's pulling a high line there. He stood in front, not marking anybody. Yeah, but if you're playing twin centre half and you're pulling them out, you've got to go mark somebody, not just call them out with your voice. It's a spare man otherwise.
That was so close there. Should have scored.
Bodger may have to make a heroic save or two in the next 30 minutes. Davis goes on line. Great ball from Davis. Watts across Hillman. How many times has he made that last-ditch tackle so far this afternoon?
I've got to say, Clutton, great receiving skills there. Do you know what I mean? To open his body up, to face the goal. It's a great ball in, but excellent defending there from Hillman, who's been, yeah, very dominant there at the back.
Right, I hope we don't undersell the commentator here, but if you want anybody in this position to take the corner, here's your man. Owen, almost correct, almost correct.
Well done, Mark.
He asks questions all the time. He's got a wonderful left foot.
It's a great ball in.
I'd almost stand somebody 10 yards away from the kicker, about a yard off the line, to stop him doing that one. Great save from the goalkeeper, Bodger, by the way. Kane Owen whips it across the front. It's a great clearance by Shepherd. Trahan marking Whitmore. The big men still up from the back. Jeffrey scored one a couple of weeks ago against Barry. Hillman again.
You know, Taffs Well won't mind a scrap. Well, for the next 30 minutes, they're not bothered. I think, you know, Pen-y-bont will be the ones who are more frustrating, you know, if they don't get hold of the ball.
It's cup tie, Cap. It's the cup tie scenario. The red-hot favourites trying to get a goal back against the big underdogs, and the underdogs are going to perform to the highest of their ability for the next 28 minutes. Evans. Straight to penalties, I think Welsh Cup as well, by the way, no extra time. We've seen one penalty shootout here a fortnight ago, where Connors Keen Nomads were successful against Cardiff Met.
I wasn't keen on penalties, Mark, I won't lie. As a full-back. Hit the bar a few times.
Well, I'd have had you up number 10, I think, Kat, sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Davis. Just dropping in. They're set up really well, Taffs Well. You can look right in front of you now. They're not young team. They're not rushing to make the tackle in Pen-y-bont's half. They're obviously coached well. Whitmore. Owen with his right foot. Great ball in. Who else but Hillman heads away. Doing well, the young lad at top, Can. Playing by himself. Free kick there, but Ashley Evans. Accidental, if anything.
Yeah, you know, just poor timing, I think. Frustration as well. You know, we've got two Taffs Well players down on the floor now. It'll give him a breather, you know.
Costa Georgievski will come on for Keen Watts. Georgievski, top scorer for Pen-y-bont last season. He's been out For a long time, he made a comeback against Barry as a substitute a couple of weeks ago. Most underrated small fella in the air, Kath. Wait until he don't leave him one-on-one in the air, because he can out-jump plenty of taller players. Cooper. Still 4 forward for the free kick, Taffs Well. Set back up in the way they started. Dan Hooper. Don't think he got as far as the quarter-finals were quite early in his career. Again, Shepherd gets there first. Davis to Evans. There's cup winners and Football League players here with plenty of experience against a relatively young outfit from a league below.
But they will be feeling the pressure.
Wynn picks up again. Evans. It will come to a stage where Snaith is in there now one-on-one. That should have gone into him ages ago. He's only 21, Sam. He's got to start telling his defenders when to deliver it a bit quicker. Start bossing them around a bit. Otherwise, he'll never go in there. He's got to go in quicker. Jones to Lyon. Lyon gets his team to throw. That's the other way. This will be interesting if they score from this. Wood, can he get the shot off? Wood goes outside. Passion puts it behind for the corner. Interesting to see the throw again on a replay. It was Taffs Well's ball. Owen. Looking to pick out Jeffries, I should imagine. McDonald on the back post as well. In it goes. Hillman. Headed away by young Sam Ward. Georgievski. Gets it back. Clutton. Good play again from Clutton. They have to stand up. He changes his feet. Great tackle from Martins, the goal scorer. Wood. Owen will take it on. Owen. What a save. What a miss. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper, Bodger. And Snaith just puts it wide. Forced on him. It was a sharp take. Could it be that type of day? Brilliant save from Bodger.
Great play. Great, to be fair, you know, it was a great effort in the first place, and how he's missed that. Great party from the keeper, but then he was the first one in to follow it in, so then you'd have put your mortgage on that.
Could it be that type of day? Owen, bound to have plenty of strikes. He's gone down with an injury now. He just made the save, and he was flat out. His shoulder, he reckons, is hurting.
I don't know what the magic sponge can do, though.
It could add maybe a half a minute off or a minute off. It is a brilliant save. It's full length. It goes through the legs of Hillman. Snaith, unbelievable. He can't believe it himself.
Yeah, he's opened his foot up there, hasn't he? And,
yeah.
And just instead of keeping it in the direction the ball is going, he's just opened his hips up a little bit.
Hands on heads. We go again. 23 minutes left on the clock. Did you play in any big teams in your time, Kath, when you were undone by underdogs?
Yeah, we used to play at Croydon, you know, in the Premier League and things, and they had full of England players, you know, and we lost 2-1 in the end, but when I played for Barry Town, we had a couple of good cup draws, you know, and it was a great occasion. Got to semi-final twice with the FA Cup.
The FA Cup, fantastic.
And won the Welsh Cup twice in the Old Arms Park. Did you play in the Old Arms Park in there?
Yeah, outside half of Wales. Bodger. Everything's counting at the moment. The pressure on these players now. What could be substitutions again?
No, you look at the clock, 68 minutes gone.
Minutes. Jeffries. Surprising me still they're not playing with two up top. I think they need someone alongside Snaith. Jeffries, Evans, Davis, great ball in. Goalkeeper decides to stay. Georgescu pulls it back, Hooper puts it behind. It's a long 90 minutes now. And the pressure is just really starting to tell now. But you're in the game. Dan Hooper has been fantastic all afternoon. Outside Scott Hillman. Passion and Ward at the back, Bodger the goalkeeper. Treherne. Names that could go down in Taffs Well history. That's a corner going too far. Imagine the likes of Don James, now who's been in the club since 1960, and Norma Samuel, Malcolm Fraser. Talk about fingers crossed. And you can imagine the likes, like you say, of Alan Whiteley, the Pen-y-bont chairman. Two games away from £250,000 at this stage.
Yeah, it's a lot to lose, isn't it? You know, and Pen-y-bont got to score 2. You know.
Bodger to take the free kick. Blustery conditions still. He won't be rushing. Only 23 years of age, but he's shown a lot of experience in there. I'm surprised that the referee haven't put a bit of pressure on him for time at the moment, but if he's on my team, he's doing excellent in there. He must have wasted about 2 minutes so far. He's almost tried to play a 1-2 with his sub. Jones gets in there. Clutton. What a shot, Clutton. Just over the top. Type of effort that's called for, I think. You've got to take them chances on. Pearlet of a shot from Clutton. Just 6 inches too high.
And he's played very, very well this afternoon. He's been a huge influence for the team. Yeah, it's a great effort.
Skims the bar, by the way. What he's trying to do, Bodger, he's right what he's saying. His full-back should come really narrow now. Dan Hooper and Scott Hillman. Look at the gap between Hillman and Hooper now. That shouldn't be there. They should narrow up. One header and they're in there in between the two centre-halves. You know,
to be fair, the ball, he knows that ball is going to come straight back to him anyway, so...
Yeah, well, there it is. We just said that a minute ago. You're on about the win, but you can only get away with it so long. Bryn Markham there, giving the yellow to Thomas Bodger. Time is ebbing away, 72 minutes on the clock. Produces a decent kick. Headed back in by Jeffrey. Passion fires it away. Evans. Owen. How long before you send one of the centre forwards? With a win, now they're playing 4 at the back. Pen-y-bont against 1 striker. How long, Kath, before you send one of them forward?
I'd have done it by now.
I think that could be the next move for Reece. To say one of you don't get forward. It's got to be a long throw here, Kane Owen. Or is it a corner? Corner again. Short corner. Clutton with a chance to put it in. He might take the shot on here. Right across the front. Oh, he's headed it wide. Clutton to the back post. Jeffries. Goes to ground. Dive. Calls the dive. Big call from the referee. Massive call. There's nobody from the Pen-y-bont team arguing with him, though, if you look on. Often tells a story. Whitmore takes a tumble.
But he has stood on his foot, mine, to be fair. Yeah, you know, yes, he's exaggerated, but there was contact on his foot.
Yeah, I think the referee spotted that. It's a great decision from the referee, Kat. That's our first disagreement of the afternoon. For me, that was a 5.9 in gymnastics. They just don't want to overdo this time wasting now, because knowing Bryn Markham Jones, he's a top ref, he'll just add minutes on. Hooper launches it forward. McDonald with a header. Whitmore putting it into an area.
You can feel the tension, can't you, amongst the Pen-y-bont players.
Tension amongst everybody here, I think. The Pen-y-bont fans, the Taffs Well fans. They said there's no aeroplanes because of the wind. If Taffs Well pull this off, they'd be going back to Taffs Well on a magic carpet, never mind an aeroplane. 2-1, 15 minutes to go. Clutton. His first touch. Whips it across the front. Hooper again. Hooper's done well this afternoon. Him and Scott Hillman at the centre of the defence have just dealt with things really well.
Yeah, and that just gives confidence to everybody in front of you, you know what I mean? If you've got, you know, two solid centre-halves there, then, you know, you just have belief in what you're doing.
They've still got to ride a long 15 minutes yet, and there'll be corner after corner. Surprised there's nobody stood on the goalkeeper's toes, by the way. Great ball in, headed away. Hook clear by Hillman again. Whitmore spins inside, got to stand up. It's great defending from the young centre forward there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Taffs Well are obviously absorbing all this pressure now, especially from set pieces. But Pen-y-bont have to make it count. There's no point having 5 or 6 corners if you can't, you know, convert them.
McDonald unmarked on the far post, if you look just in front of you there, number 21. He's got a free jump there. Owen. Chance. Whitmore drives. What a block that is. McDonald with a volley. Will the goalkeeper collect? Bodger. Free kick given against. As you said in the first period, Kat, goalkeeper always gets them type of decisions. Just leans across him, Georgescu, with his hand. Well, that's a brilliant clearance. To be perfectly honest, with the goalkeeper being on a yellow card, I would give the centre-back the goal kicks now anyway. Clutton runs it out of play. Clutton's early goal after 2 minutes. But they're just playing. I think he's just trying to give it to the defenders and get them to clear it, but I would keep, with a wind like it is, Cat, kick a dead ball from the 6-yard line. Across the front. Again, tremendous from Harry Traherne. Can they ride the storm?
There's definitely more urgency from Pen-y-bont now, you know, and I think that the problem with taking a goal kick from Taffs Well point of view is you're just reluctant to making a mistake, you know what I mean? You're opening yourself up there, so yeah, I don't think I would do that.
Corner. 2 headers, yeah. First one from Shepherd, second one from Hooper. Both with Ely connections. Owen. Time ebbs away. I would put the Pen-y-bont players in front of the goalkeeper. Great corner. Tremendous save. Chance. What a block that is. It's Hillman again. What a fantastic block.
Yeah, to be fair, he's been outstanding all game. Just led by example, shown his experience and you know, and represented his club in the most fantastic way.
Owen. Really getting to that time now, closing in on the last 10 minutes.
You know, and this is difficult when you defend a set piece like this, you know what I mean, with 10-13 minutes to go. It's a hard one.
Owen clips it to the front. Hillman smashes it away with his head. Headed away again. Energy from Taffs Well. Georgescu, great ball, Georgescu. Hillman. Whitmore wins it in the good area. 1-2. Whitmore drives into the box. Whitmore. Snake takes a touch on the edge of the 6-yard box. Lyon hoops it clear. just in a little bit too deep now. They can't get out. Will he get a free kick? No free kick given. The wind, so blustery, can't get out of their own box now. Owen. Whitmore. He's getting on the ball a lot more than other people now. Lyon, can he keep hold of it? It's just key to try and keep hold of it for a couple of seconds. Gets a free kick, by the way. Or is it a free kick against? He's got to be careful.
Yeah, you could just see, you know, a couple of players for Taffs Well going down with a little bit of cramp. They can just feel the fatigue. You know, they need to try and hang on for 10 minutes, but we both know how difficult it is to run with cramp.
In it goes. Chance. Georgievski. Curtin. Pen-y-bont fans behind the goal want the free kick. Miles Davis right back in the mixer. Jeffries with a header. Over the top of the bar. What a cup tie.
Well, I think certainly Taffs Well are starting to believe. You know, this next 10 minutes is going to be the longest, I think, that they'll ever experience. But, you know, they're doing their best to hang on.
Oh, it's a tremendous ball from Hooper. And the lad can again. Well played, son. Just knocked him behind. There's not many drinking holes in Taffs Well, Cat, but I'll tell you this. If the result stays like this in the next 10 minutes, they could be on a few lock-ins tonight.
I hope they're going to be listening to me commentating for Wales women against Belgium, no?
Well, we'll try, Cat.
Okay.
Good luck tonight, and good luck to Wales and Gemma Granger. Great result against Scotland, and good luck this evening. Still 4 at the back, Pen-y-bont there, look. 10 minutes to go. I'm sure there's room for Jeffries or McDonald to go forward. Davis. Back heel. Free kick there. Jones is on the yellow. Jones could go with a red here. He's on the yellow for the tackle on the goalkeeper early on. Yellow means red.
It was a bad challenge.
It's a red card that could be so costly. Just on the edge of the box.
I mean, he just got that wrong with his timing, but, you know, I don't honestly think he can argue. I genuinely think that was...
How priceless could this be?
That's reckless. That's reckless.
Just late. It's late.
And dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah, he makes the challenge. It's definitely a yellow. He's passionate. He's just wanting to win the ball on the edge of his box. Catches the player. And it's a red card for Marcus Jones.
You know, to be fair to Pen-y-bont, they are shifting the ball a little bit quicker now, so the tempo's increased. And obviously that makes it difficult for Taffs Well to get their timings right, but it was reckless and it was a definite booking.
Well, to win with 11 men would have been heroic. He's going over to ask a question. It's obviously been called across. Yellow card for Craig Sampson as well. It's the passion of the top of the minute. It's the passion. He's never, if he had binoculars, he couldn't see it from where he is over there. He's 60 yards away. But can Taffs Well pull it off now? They're a man down. 2 men in the wall as well.
Surely that's not 10 yards.
With Kane Owen's ability, I want the defence out as high as the ball. Otherwise he'll whip it into the far post.
Yeah, it was 5 yards. I'm not very good at maths.
You were right.
I'm not very good at maths, but yeah.
Owen. Does he have a go, or do we stand it up to the back post?
I think he's just going to whip it into the penalty spot,
Owen,
hopefully.
Trying to get the equaliser. Whips it across the front. Too much. That's a massive moment in the game. Again, Griffiths in view.
I mean, you know, you've only got 8 minutes on that clock left. You know, you've got to work hard now and try and make things happen. And sometimes it's not your day.
These are big moments now. Yet again, I think I'd have Hooper to take the kick just to clear the lines. The keeper has to be careful. He's on a red carpet, yellow carpet, time wasting.
Just take it.
Yeah, he's walking the line. Gets a clearance away. All or nothing now for Pen-y-bont. 5 minutes, 6 minutes left on the clock. Passion. Trahan. Great footballing ball again, just knocks it in behind. McDonald back to Morris.
Making Pen-y-bont go backwards, very intelligent play.
Davis, it's a spare man now. Clutton drives inside again. Trahan with the tackle. Gives a free kick. It's fever pitch now. Clutton pulls Ward down off the ball. Now Owen, who will come and take this free kick, as I said in the first half, has a thunderous left foot. If he ever required one to count, it's now. Miles Davis also over the ball. Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, Trahan, giving that free kick away. There's no doubt Owen will take this on. There are 5 minutes left on the clock. Owen doesn't take it on. Wood stands at the back post, chance, Jeffries with a header, blocked. Hook clear. Lyon with a header back inside. Owen, what a ball. Clutton, does he get a shot off? Stands it up to the back post, Clutton is wide again. What an unbelievable game. Pen-y-bont have scored many a beauty this season in the JD Cymru Premier, and it's just not going right for them this afternoon. Taffs Well's grit and determination is holding on at present. 86 minutes almost on the clock. 10 men Taffs Well. 2-1 ahead in the quarter-final of the Welsh Cup against second in the Cymru Premier Pen-y-bont. Either side will make history for their team. There's them two centre-backs again still there. Jeffries still trying to football their way in. They've footballed their way to success so far this season.
The danger is though, if they just cross balls in high, then it's just going to run out anyway.
The header, after with the early ball chance. Watts, Passion, would have wanted a free kick there if he'd have gone down. Got to stop the cross. Great ball in Owen. Georgievski in the air, said he was good in the air. It's the City equalizer. Crossfield ball. Georgievski knocks it inside, and Snape makes it 2-2 with 3 minutes to go. How tough could that be on Taffs Well?
Yeah, I think Snape just, wants to get back and get on with it. I think they know Pen-y-bont, they've got out of jail on this one. I think, Taffs Well will feel a little bit hard done by, but hopefully, it's only 2-2. We need a winner in this game.
When the substitute Georgievski came on, he said he's small but he's good in the air. And what a setup from the diagonal to Snape.
Yeah.
The first header was as good as the goal. They're pushing for the winner. Whitmore drives in. Corner given.
Yeah, intelligent there. Just nodding it back across the goal as well.
I'm sure the Well men would take penalties now. 87.5 minutes on the clock. They just got to try and see these 2.5 minutes out. And Pen-y-bont going all out for the win. Short. Davis can drive a ball. Davis. Goal! Jeffries makes it 3-2. It looks like getting over the line. It's brilliant for Pen-y-bont. It's so disappointing for Taffs Well. They've been so heroic all afternoon. Pen-y-bont have kept on. And it looks like they've just edged their way into the semi-final with a goal from their centre-back, Dan Jeffries.
Short one there, good delivery. He had plenty of time, swung it in on his right foot, and there was nobody marking him, so really he was free on the 6 yard, and it was a good connection to finish that goal. Just, lack of concentration possibly by, Taffs Well for marking there, but, disappointing for them. But Pen-y-bont, I think, will know that they've got it to jail.
Unbelievable. Sampson just sending somebody on now. In a lot of people's eyes, they've won the cup this afternoon, Taffs Well, but that'll break their hearts. There goes the number 8 going off, Ethan. Harry Trahan, what a game he's had, youngster. Absolutely brilliant. Jamie Owen coming on. He scored a couple of goals for the Wellmen in the cup this season. Can he get a couple now? Martins. Equalizer? Surely not. Free kick will be handy. Throw in. Taffs Well's way.
Have you noticed Hillman has gone up? The big man's gone up to try and equalise.
Could it be a long throw? His passion with a long throw. Fires it across. First touch is important. Headed clear by Ashley Evans. Passion. What a ball. Hillman! Almost from the centre back. Come on, pass it, come on! I think that would have made it a Hollywood 3-0.
And he's staying up, Hillman. He's not moving.
How important may have that red card been? Extra man. Most probably most influential player as well. Whitmore goes down, free kick. The pressure's off Pen-y-bont at the moment. Passion may receive a yellow card. What a fantastic game, Kath. It's been a pleasure to be commentating on it.
Yeah, really exciting,
Proper cup tie.
Yeah, open game, and I think, you know, a great day out for the club, and everybody's represented their club so well. Nasty collision here.
Kane Owen and the like look relieved at the moment. There he is. Sam Snape, that second goal was the all-important one, the equaliser.
Yeah, and to be fair, he's had quite a quiet afternoon, hasn't he? You know, from his standards, but I think he was just mightily relieved when that header went in.
Yeah, when you're a young striker, you're 21 years of age, you've missed one. Well, you would expect it to score. It's just that guided header back from Georgievski, the setup was a bit of quality was lacking.
You know, I think Pen-y-bont would have, you know, been really disappointed if they hadn't come away with 3 points here. But, you know, they made it hard for themselves. And, it's, you know, you can only play what's in front of you, and Taffs Well have made it a real fight. Yeah. So all credit to Taffs Well. You know, they've come here, you know, they've shown respect in the right manner. However, they've still managed to compete for every single first and second ball.
They have been fantastic. As Luke Davidson comes on, Owen will now rattle this free kick in, I'm sure. +4 on the clock. Owen just hasn't been there today, Kane Owen. It's been an off day for him.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think early on he had that nasty challenge here, and I think he's taken a while to get over that, to be honest with you. Luke Davidson, who's just come on, had been informed from a very reliable source that he's a very good tennis player.
Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Perhaps he can.
Dinas Powys Tennis Club.
Fantastic, he may produce some good quality service here for his forwards. Scott Hillman, man of the match. Well played, Scott Hillman. Absolutely superb.
100% agree with that.
Very unlucky to be going off this pitch on the losing team, by the way.
I'd be biased and give it to Joe Shepherd, but you know, it's okay.
Shepherd was tremendous. Jeffries puts it down. Yeah, I'd like to see this Taffs Well team clapped off this pitch this afternoon by their supporters and the Pen-y-bont supporters, because what a fantastic performance they put in.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Yeah, they've had an excellent afternoon, and they've done themselves proud.
He's gone to the wire. Hillman. Can Lyon, who's got his goal this afternoon, gets it. Maybe look the other way again, that one. Pen-y-bont will see out the last 50 seconds of the game. It's interesting to see, Kath, that we were talking on the two centre-halves at the back. I thought they had too many defenders at the back. Who gets the winner? The centre-half who went forward. But when you're a manager, you have good luck and you have bad luck, and Rhys Griffiths has worked so hard that sometimes hard work earns you luck. Samson and Taffs Well will remember this day for a long time. Griffiths and company will still have chances to win this cup.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, Rhys Griffiths would be hugely complimentary to the opponents today. He knows, you know, that they've put his team through the mill, you know, and they're lucky to come out of it. So, yeah, I think there'll be huge respect from both sides.
tremendous Welsh Cup action on Scorio. Look out for the highlights Monday evening on Scorio, 5:30 and 10 o'clock. As Costa Georgescu jumps all over David Lyon. Hooper. Martin challenges with Jeffrey. Tackle from behind, one free kick. A little bit going off the ball there. Georgescu gets a yellow card. It's all guns blazing now. Everybody will go forward. Maybe the goalkeeper. We're in the last 15 seconds. Send him forward, why not?
Yeah, Martin's there for Taffs Well, struggling with a bit of cramp. Nobody's going to help him. You know, there's times when you can't get up, can you? You know, you're in so much pain, the lad cannot move.
Maybe have to get the physio on it. They've still got time for the free kick. They've got a high line, Pen-y-bont, so well done, Clutton. Showing some sport there. Well done, Lewis Clutton. Hooper has to stand this up in the 6-yard, as close to the 6-yard box as possible. Pen-y-bont are trying to force it forward, so he goes wide. But he has to ask questions here of Ashley Morris. 12-yard spot is perfect from here. Last chance saloon, Taffs Well. Can they get a dramatic equalizer? Martins comes off, by the way, for Ethan Hayes, another youngster making his debut. Brilliant stuff from Taffs Well. Hooper across the front. Oh, chance. Hillman. Oh, hits the defender and goes over for the corner. That was a big chance for the equaliser. It's full time. What a fantastic game of football we've had at the SDM Stadium. Congratulations to Pen-y-bont on making the semi-finals. Commiserations and a fantastic effort put in by Taffs Well Football Club. Clark, quickly.
Yeah, fantastic. Really enjoyable afternoon. Great game of football and an advert for a very good community spirit there from Taffs Well.
Look out for the highlights. Scorio, Monday evening, 5:30. Final score from Pen-y-bont. It's Pen-y-bont 3. A very gallant Taffs Well 2.
Diolch Nick, dyna sgôr terfynol fel chi'n gweld. Dwy o'r gemau eraill di dechrau bach oedi yng Nghei Bydd hwnna'n dechrau am 4:30 nawr. Cei Conna, Nefyn Bai Colwyn, Sean Meredith. Am gêm gwpan, mor greulon I Ffynnon Taf.
Wel, dyna pa o'n i'n dwlu ar pêl-drod a gemau cwpan. O'n i'n meddwl falle ar y diwedd y cyfuniad na o Hooper a Hillman. Ond I fod yn deg iddyn nhw, fe rhywun nhw tipyn o sioe iddyn nhw.
Dewch chi ni gael ymateb yn syth. Mael Davies wrth ochr y caid yn credu gyda Sioned Dafydd.
Mae lot fawr emosiwn yn y gêm yna, lot yn mynd mlaen, gyntaf fi'n siŵr bod chi'n mor hapus I gael y fuddugoliaeth, ond chi ddim yn hapus dy'r perfformiad.
Na, dim yn hapus o gwbl gyda'r perfformiad I gweud y gwir. O'n I ddim digon da, hanner cyntaf na'r ail hanner. Ond chybod, geithon ni'r 2 gol yn yr ail hanner, o'n i'n gwybod os eithon ni i'r diwedd, falle gallwn ni mynd trwy'r row nesaf.
Oedd e'n teimlo fel oedd y gerdyn goch yn trobwynt hefyd, a bod nhw jyst I wneud bywyd mor galed I chi?
Do, I chwarae teg I Ffynnon Taf, wnaethon nhw'r diwrnod yn un caled iawn I ni, ond ie, yn amlwg, nath y cardyn coch, nath e helpu ni, a geithon ni'r 2 gol, felly, ie, dros y byd yn mynd trwy'r row nesaf.
O'ch chi'n poeni yn yr ail hanner?
Wen, o'n I yn. O'n I wedi cael heart attack I gwir, ond na, hapus iawn erbyn y diwedd.
Ar nodyn arall, rown gynderfynol I edrych mlaen chi. Un gêm bant o'r ffainal, Mael.
Ie, yn amlwg, jyst edrych mlaen nawr i'r rown gynderfynol. Sa'n gwybod pwy bydd yn cael do, ond na, edrych mlaen.
Diolch, Mael, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch.
Enw allan o'r het neu'r fowlen, fe bynnag nhw'n defnyddio dyddiau yma, nos lun tua 8 o'r gloch. A'r pwynt diddorol gan Owain Tudur Jones yn gynharach, allech chi weld Pen-y-bont yn ennill y cwpa yma ar ôl pnawn fel heddi?
Ia, dyna fath o glwb byddai ti'n licio cyrraedd y ffeinal, dorf da yma y heddi, a i'r gwaith ar tywydd, a mi'n siŵr sy'n nhw'n cyrraedd y ffeinal, mi fyddai'n achrysur. Pa mor anodd I fi mewn sefyllfa fel a I ddod nôl pan chi ar ei holi, achos am gyfnodau, oedd dim byd yn mynd yn iawn I Pen-y-bont, yw'r pennau'n gallu disgyn yn hawdd? Oedd popeth yn mewn y blwch, Hillman, ser yn y gêm, dwi'n meddwl bod OTJ wedi pigo fe, oedd popeth yn mynd at I ben, ond ni'n gweld ffordd trwyddo nhw I fod yn onest, ond dal ati nes nhw, a maen nhw'n llawn heiddi mynd trwyddo i'r gêmau nesaf.
A sut mae hyn yn mynd i effeithio Ffynnon Taf am ni am weddill y tymor. Maen nhw'n gyfforddus yn ganol y tafl, dyn nhw'n mynd i herio tua'r brig na'r gwylod, ond lle mae'n rhaid dipyn o hwb ddyn nhw falle?
Creu sioc o'n nhw sy'n neud heddi. Nhw oedd yr underdogs fel petai. Gobeithio bod nhw'n i cael diwrnod da, gobeithio bod cyfnogwyr wedi mwynhau yr achlysur o fod yn yr 8 ola. Dyna beth sy'n bwysig yn nhw heddi, a gobeithio wedyn am tymor da yn y gyngred.
Dyna ni weld y gol fuddigol, ac eto canmol, fe mor bwyllog o'n nhw fan hyn am hynny.
Miles Davies, ti'n gwybod beth yn trio, jyst rhoi i mewn i'r corridor ansicrwydd, hoffi'r gair yna, a wedyn Jeffers yn y man ar lle. Am y tro cyntaf, Hillman a Hooper, ond nhw ddim yna. A dyna'r gwahaniaeth gyda'r ddoi gôl diwetha, ond nhw ddim yn agos i'r bêl.
Mae'n ddiddorol cymaru y ddwy adran mewn ffordd. Mae'n amlwg, chi'n gweld yn y de, yn y gogledd hefyd, mae'r cyngreiriau is yma, maen nhw'n cryfhau yn sydyn.
A fi gawn ni weld beth sy'n digwydd yn y gemau sydd yn cael eu chwarae allan nawr. Cei Conna, mae nhw, byddai'n tipyn o ergyd sy'n nhw'n colli i bai Colwyn, felly Cei Gydfa hefyd, mae nhw'n dîm o safon. Pwy a wyr, a mae'n dangos y safon sy'n y cyngreiriau is.
Gen i weld sy'n eithi. Yn y cwppa, Sean, diolch yn fawr iawn am y cwmni uchelbwyntiau. Dy Llun, 5:05 ar S4C. Ffynnon Taf, ond nhw bron neud i. Taffs Well, oedd hi'n mynd i fod. Pen-y-bont sydd wedi mynd â hi. Hwyl fawr.